So it's Sunday morning and I have a little bit of time to myself, which is lovely. So I'm going to actually dye up a couple of sock yarns. Here they are. I think they are wool and nylon. One of them is going to be for my dad because I'm going to knit him a pair of socks for Father's Day. So I'm going for, over here we have cyan, blue and black, which actually create that there. So I'm just going to be hand painting one of these in those three colours. These are my acid dyes. They're all my jars for the different colours. And here's my setup. So I'm going to be opening that up, popping it on here. I will show you a bit of the process as we go. And then over here is my dyeing pot. And I shall be popping them in there to steam for about an hour. So in this bowl we have some warm water and some white vinegar, which we're going to soak the yarns in for an hour. This helps the acid dyes to actually stay on to the wool itself. So I'll see you in an hour. So let's go and sit in the lovely spring sunshine whilst that wool is soaking. By the power of editing, that hour went very quickly. I hope you enjoyed your little time in the sunshine there. I'm now going to drain off this water and I'll see you in a moment. My yarn is now laid out on top of some cellophane and we are going to start painting it. I've got my three colours at the ready: black, blue and cyan, and we're going to start with the blue. So I'm going to squeeze some into my pipette. We're going over here and we're just going to add it to the yarn. Just going to get a bit more of that and add it over here. Then what you need is a lovely big paintbrush, and then you're just going to start working in all the colour, which, as you can see, I will probably want a bit more because it's not going through that well. And ideally I really need two hands. So what I'm going to do is do a bit of this and then I'll show you the results when I've finished. So I'm just finishing off, turn the yarn over to make sure it's all covered, but I do quite like a variegated yarn. So it's going from black to darker blue. Then you've got obviously where it's not completely covered in dye there, but that gives a lovely, I love the effect of that particular bit. So that is it. Oh, now you dropped the camera. That is it, fully dyed. So now I shall show you the next step. So I've just laid some tissue kitchen roll on top to soak up any excess dye so that when it steams it doesn't all run into one complete colour. Here we go. That's making a nice colour in itself, isn't it? Okay, I shall roll it up and I shall show you what to do next. So the yarn is now wrapped up in the cellophane, and in a minute it will be going into the steamer for an hour, which I shall show you. But first of all, I'm now going to dye the other yarn. I haven't decided on what colours, so I should go and take a look and see what I come up with. So for this yarn, we have got pink, orange, magenta and gold, which will give us a kind of lovely summer flower effect, I think. Well, I'm hoping so anyway. I'll see you on the other side. So I'm loving the colour of this. I love the way there that it's not quite filled it all in. It's gone slightly mauve in places. Really reminds me of different coloured flowers in the summer. We've got yellow, pink going into yellow and orange, and then down to magenta. I'm really, really pleased with that one. So I'm hoping it will turn out really lovely as well. When I'm wrapping them up, I like to keep these two separate. So I kind of do a sausage wrap around that one and then round that one, so that when they go together, those two colours aren't going to then blend together when they're being steamed. Number 2, ready to go into the steamer over here. There we go. So that's going to go in alongside that one, like that. Then we're going to boil this and put some hot water in it, and it's going to simmer with the lid on for an hour. So back into that sunshine, I feel. Ah, lovely. Another hour to relax. This time I've got a coffee. So this will be my second time of hand painting yarn. This is my first attempt, which I was really pleased with. It comes out lovely and bright, which is exactly what I like. And I will show you later on in this vlog what I'm actually making with this. So this has now been bubbling away for an hour, as you can see. Oh, water everywhere. It's steamed away lovely. So what I'm going to do now is leave that to cool down to room temperature, and then I can rinse it off. So now it's time to rinse this under the cold water to set the dye into the yarn. It's seemed to have dyed really lovely, and I'm hoping for not a lot of colour loss when it goes under the tap, which luckily that was the case. So give it a good rinse under the cold water, a gentle squeeze because you don't want to felt it. There's the other lovely colour. And then it'll be hanging them on the line to dry. So, as I promised earlier, I was going to show you what I made with this hand-painted yarn. Now, I've just learnt to knit socks. I've always been able to crochet, so knitting's a new thing for me, and I don't really like crocheted socks, so I thought I'm going to learn to knit and knit socks all at the same time. So here's a starting sock with the yarn that I hand-painted. And here is a full sock. Let me just go out a bit. There we go. That is a full sock there. I can get it in. Which actually the patterns work really well on that hand-painted yarn. So second one to make, and then I can knit my dad some for Father's Day. Here is the final results of the yarns. This blue one will be knitted into socks for my dad. I love the colours. And this is another lovely one, and it reminds me of summer flowers. Again, I'm really pleased with the colours, but I think this will be a pair of socks for me. And here they are together. I hope you enjoyed this video. I shall hopefully be doing a few more. I've decided that I don't mind getting in front of the camera too much. So I shall be sharing a video when I feel inspired. If you can like and subscribe, I'll be truly grateful. Thank you, and see you in the next video. Lots of love.